Welcome to Where's My Sage, a taste of the universe. Get ready to join Mike and Christy as they take you along on their next adventure. You're going to laugh a lot, you're going to cry, and everything in between. So sit back, relax, and prepare to sample this universe in ways you never have before.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Where's My Sage, a Taste of the Universe. I'm Mike with my co-host, Christy. How are you tonight, Christy?
Hello, everyone. I'm okay. How are you, Mike?
I'm trying some new things out, and getting on the new StreamYard did a little upgrade, so we've got some upgrades to our intro and some of the other new lines of things. We're now on a new channel, and I'll let you explain a little bit more about that when we get going. I'm trying a new set of headset out. So can't hear myself talk, but I can hear everybody else, which is kind of interesting. So we'll see how well I talk with these on.
So far, so good. It's
just really nice.
A little freaky that you can hear, halfway across my house with those things.
Yeah.
So just saying.
It's going to be one of those days. So
yeah.
Welcome.
Awesome.
So what's
how's
new?
Everybody else doing out there? What's new? Let's see. Well, we're on a new TV channel, right?
Yep. We're now on Cutting Edge TV on Roku.
Yes.
And so now you guys can catch us on the internet, on Facebook, and on YouTube, and on Cutting Edge TV. And if you're watching us tonight live on Cutting Edge TV, if you have any questions when we get to that part, please switch over to YouTube and throw us the questions there.
Yeah.
And definitely a new thing. And then, of course, all our wonderful podcast hosts of Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon Play, Alexa, Google Play. I mean, if you're looking for us, we're everywhere. And every day I seem to find us on something new, which thank you, fans, for supporting us. So
we can't. It's all because of all of you. So we love all of you. We couldn't do it without you. It's amazing. Who would have thought? And, we're almost at our year anniversary from the first show we ever did. Can you believe that?
I didn't think we'd make it this long.
I know. I thought I would have killed you by now, but I'm just kidding. I can't do this without you either. Yep. So who, did everyone have a nice Christmas? This was still an interesting week for me, but everything's pretty much back to normal here. Thank goodness. We're actually celebrating Christmas tonight. For those of you who didn't hear, I ended up having COVID. So last week I actually was in isolation in my bedroom and I had to do the show from my bedroom. So that was extremely interesting. But unfortunately, as I was going to be coming off of isolation on Christmas Eve, my youngest tested positive for it. She was okay, but she had to go into isolation. So that meant my other daughter couldn't come home, and Christmas was kind of, sucky and different this year, but we made the best of it. And we were grateful for all the positives. None of us really got sick at all. Everyone else has tested negative. She's negative as of today, and she was counting down the days. So she knew when she came off isolation. We even had her tested again to make sure. And, so she said, tonight is Christmas Eve and tomorrow is Christmas. And it actually worked out with everyone's work schedules. And so here we are. So after we get off tonight, we're doing Christmas Eve. And then tomorrow we're doing Christmas. So it'll be fun though. It gave us something to look forward to. And, but how about you?
Just got some really cool, Bigfoot related stuff, new smoker. So maybe we'll do some smoking on the show one of these days and get some food out, we always talk about it, but now we got some stuff to go. We've got quite a few folks coming in from the different locations. And again, tonight, folks, we're coming to you from, 5 Facebook locations, including Christy's business page, Tactical Bigfoot Research, WLFE DB Radio on Facebook. Our Where's My Sage, of course. We're coming to you from YouTube from Where's My Sage and Periscope. And we're also tonight on Cutting Edge TV. So that's a whole new bunch of folks that we're going to be dealing with and bringing along. So we're really grateful again for our fans. I'm going to say a couple of hellos here and get those out of the way. And then when I'm clicking on the hellos, Christy, if you want to give a little of your spiel about a reading show.
My spiel.
And I'll do my little spiel. Please only ask the question once. And then we'll be doing some commercials at the top of the next hour too. If you take quick, grab something out of the fridge or something. So,
or blow your nose so Mike can call you out on it.
Hello, Janice. Hello, Grace.
Hi.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
Yeah, hi, Tanya.
Aw, thank you, Tanya. Aw.
So, and again, folks, if you got to cut out early for some reason tonight for work or whatever, another podcast, we're here. You can find us on any one of your favorite podcast locations. Hi, Shireen. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
Good evening, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Christina.
Hey, girly.
Denise.
So I put this, I had purchased, Mike's sister actually makes beautiful jewelry. And so I purchased a bracelet from her a few months ago. And hi, Johnny.
Yeah.
And it's great. And I had it on my wrist. Obviously it's a bracelet. And I started typing a little while ago, getting ready for the show. And I couldn't move my wrist. I was like, what the heck's going on? So I realized that the dangly part was sticking magnetically to my computer. So I had to take it off. And I went and put it back away. I should have left it out so I could at least show everybody. It's so pretty. But I was like, what the heck is this? And it was like, click, and then it would stick and it would slide. I said, I don't need any other issues other than the ones I'm going to have tonight. Just nature of the beast. So we're going to be good. Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay. And Dave and Carrie came in. Michelle was wondering about our intro. That was kind of our friend Ted over at WLFE did all the work, and then Christy did some of the overlay. The music is mine, which nobody seems to like, but we changed that
up. Progress.
So
the work in progress.
Hello, Connie. Hello, Lisa. Grace said her Christmas was quiet but nice. Yeah. Good. I worked both days, so Sherry hopes you feel better.
Thank you. I am. Same old sinus garbage we all get at this time of year, nothing really bad. Although I will say that I did lose my taste and I did lose my sense of smell. My sniffer is still off. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing around here. But yeah, it did. And my daughter did too.
Milk at your house, yeah.
Doesn't last long enough. But yeah, that was weird. It was really, really weird. The one night Greg cooked for dinner, he made like these, we get these like steakum things, but they're real steak from Sam's Club and they're really good. So he did onions and peppers. You would have thought, the whole house smelled. I could barely smell it. I could barely taste it too. It was just really weird. You find yourself going, like looking for, you can taste the salt, you can taste the sweet, but you can't, you're looking for that missing piece to the puzzle there. It's really odd. And Brianna's still the same way too. And it's different.
Interesting.
It's different. So yeah, my sniffer is not quite back in full force yet, but my taste is pretty much, it's just odd how that happens, but
Lori, we're going to come back to your question here in a second. Hi, Brian from Beard to Paranormal.
Hey, Brian.
Lindsay says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year, folks.
Yes. So, yeah. Hi, Mom.
So wow, a lot of people coming in tonight. So,
yeah, that's great. We're so excited to have you all. We're so excited to be welcomed into everybody's homes with Cutting Edge TV. Hi, Joe. And, we're just so happy to have you all. And as Mike said earlier, this is a reading show tonight. So if you have a question, you will need to log into YouTube or Facebook in order to join the chat to ask the questions. And we'll go from there. But I'm really excited because tonight I really wanted the show and the intentions and the theme to really be about looking forward to a positive 2021, a positive new year. So I really want everyone to set their intentions and really look, try to be specific tonight, really look to the things that are important to you, and to your family, and really reach down deep and just look for the positive, because that's what's going to get us through and continue to get us through into the next year. And it's so important, because I also did receive an overall a message overall for the year that I was asked to share from the spirit guides. So I'm just going to read it because I did write it down. So 2021 is going to be all about learning how to be resourceful, right? We've already had to do that anyways, but now more than ever, things are slowly going to start to open. Things are slowly going to start getting back to normal, but we are going to have to adapt to a new normal. And that's not a bad thing, because it's going to be about reminding us now about what is important in life, who is important in life, getting back to a sense of self, yet feeling a renewed sense of obligation to others, and service to others, compassion towards others, empathy towards others. That is so important if we want this world to continue to go around and to actually thrive and evolve. Think outside the box. It's time to start thinking creatively when it comes to your own personal lives too. Again, it's about really and truly taking what you've hopefully learned in this last almost year now, since this pandemic started, and really creating a new and evolving and changing and growing in the positive. Lots of love in the world. And there's going to be lots of love in the world as the balance starts to shift. And although it seems like that's going to be very difficult at this point in time, it really is not. And it's all going to be about the choices we make as individuals, and the things that we really try to do for each other. So just keep all that in mind. Spirit guides asked me to share all of that with you for the upcoming year. And we all have to work together and be there for each other and go from there. So I thought that was pretty neat. A lot of people coming in. I have a handful of people who passed from COVID. Some people with drug issues, who had drug issues, addiction, I should say, but definitely some drug issues as well. I'm very overwhelmed this evening. And as Mike so lovingly said to somebody earlier today, I've learned to stay away from Christy about an hour and a half before the show is when she's doing a reading show, and hide under a rock. Well, you know what?
But I do. And I think he learned how to do it too. So and he's going to laugh.
Walk a mile in my shoes, boys. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk 2 feet in my shoes and get back to me on that. So this is what I'd like to do tonight, is to stay focused on the positive and looking forward to the new year and saying goodbye to this one. And as awful as it's been, it's really important too that we do remember to focus on the positive and what we could take out of this. And trust me, for those of you who know what I've been through, especially in the last 6 months and 4 months, and the loss that we have also endured, that's not easy for me to say on a personal level either. And it's something we all, myself included, need to really try hard to focus on so we can be better and move forward in the way we're supposed to. So that being said, Michael, do you have anything else before I continue with my spiel for the show?
Just a reminder, folks, we're coming to you from 8 different locations tonight. 7 of those locations have live. Well, they're all live, but 7 have live chat capabilities. So if you're asking a question, you may not see the questions that are coming up from those other locations. So please ask your question once. If I miss it, I don't mean to miss your thing. I have another chart going with times when everybody puts their questions in, so I can really get a hold of them. I'm sure Christy will touch on it. If you're meant to get a message, we'll hopefully Universe will give it to you. Sometimes when everybody starts chatting and saying hello in the chat rooms, we kind of lose those questions. And if they're really intense personal questions, it may be important to reach out to Christy for a private reading. She's back doing those again. So reach out to her through her business page. And I'll let you put the caveat about messaging after the show.
Oh, yes. Okay, so just a few things that I like to go over before we start. Remember to keep your minds wide open. And when we're in a venue such as this, what happens is, everybody wants a personal message, but it's not always about getting the individual message from me specifically. It's about what you take from the experience here. I may deliver a message to somebody and answer one specific question, but it might speak volumes to many, many of you out there. And that's the idea. So it's not about necessarily, interacting with me individually or having your question answered, because your question might be answered and you don't even realize it. So pay close attention, okay? Spirit works in mysterious ways, especially when they know I can't get to everybody in such a short time. Sometimes too, things are symbolic. So really try to keep your minds wide open. And I try not to waste time any more than I need to with really getting into how things work. So if there's ever a message that you receive that you do not understand and you are confused, please, I don't ever want anyone to walk away and feel like they missed out or didn't get it or were disappointed. Please get a hold of me the next day. I do take some notes on the messages and during the show. I will be happy to try to help you in any way that I can to answer that and to clarify so that you understand what the message is. Okay. Like Mike said, he is, believe it or not, he looks cool, calm, and collected over there, but he has actually got a full setup. And he is going in about 12 different directions to make this all possible and to help it flow the best I can. So please be patient and also know that we will never purposely skip someone's question, but Spirit works in mysterious ways. And if somebody needs a message delivered and a question answered, they're going to make sure that one pops up. I am a full believer that everything happens for a reason, and we are here to serve Spirit, and that's the goal. So be patient, be kind, be considerate, and just go with the flow and just let it happen the way it's going to. The best things come of it when we handle it that way. All right. So let's see here. What else? Oh, yeah. And please don't message me right after the show tonight, because at the end of the night, I'm whipped. I'm absolutely wiped. And tonight is Christmas Eve, so I definitely won't be able to answer your messages. But I definitely will get back to you. So no problem there. Okay.
And please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when we're going on. Now things have evened out for both of us. We're going to be on more often, and we'll probably we'll be live Tuesday nights at our regular locations, but when we just decide to go live, it'll probably be from YouTube. So please like and subscribe to that. There's also the giveaway from Instagram and YouTube. So I'll be putting that back up again later tonight to remind everybody that's there. So we got folks that actually there is quick subscriber giveaway. So it's on our Instagram. So please take a look when we hit those different numbers, the 500, the 750, and 1,000. We'll be giving a few items away to a lucky viewer. So
yeah, very cool. Oh, and one last thing before we get started too, please keep your messages short and your questions short and precise. Please give me the name of the person you're trying to connect with. Your spirit guides also usually tend to jump in here. And please don't ask 2 or 3 questions with one shot, because 10 to 1, I won't answer them all anyways, or they'll just give me one, short answer or explanation out of all of that for you. And, just let us know where you're from too. It's fun. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But it is just fun to know as well. All right.
We'd like to know who our world travelers are. Yep. We're good.
Yeah. And if you want to ask questions, just to ask, doesn't have to be a message. If you want to know about us or what we're doing or how we do it, anything, you can ask that too. Okay.
Okay. First one's going to be from Tanya. Wondering if you have any messages for me tonight.
Hello, Tanya.
Oh, folks, if you can give us any validation, please put it down below. And that's why you'll kind of see me looking up and down. I have screens up above and below and left and right and trying to figure out where everybody is. So
So I heard from the left side, and for those of you who don't already know, with me, the right is divine. That's your personal spirit guides, angel saints, guardians, all the way up to God or whoever your higher power is. On the left comes spirit. Anyone or anything that's passed from this life onto the next. So I heard a female say to me, look forward as opposed to continuously looking backwards. You need to start looking forward and forget about what's behind you. Leave it behind you. I also feel like the number 4 is going to be significant for you. At first, I wasn't sure if it already is significant, but I feel like number 4 will be significant for years. The number, I'm hearing work hard and keep doing what you're doing. I feel like this is an aunt of yours. She doesn't want me to really pinpoint her. She's not really coming forward. I feel like she's doesn't really want the credit. She just wants you to hear what she has to say. Yeah. She says Christmas was wonderful. I don't think you think so. But she says Christmas is wonderful because it was genuine and it was authentic. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
oh, that was interesting.
What? Why?
Popped up a different screen. You can hear me okay? Let's see. I had to move the microphone a little bit here. All right. The next one is coming in right here. This is from Larry and Dave. This one I had up before. Do we have anything to look forward to in the new year?
I heard a yes with a excited yes. And I feel like it has to do with a child or children. A little boy. Things are about to get very I see abundance, happiness, fulfillment within your household. Things are going to flourish. Your family is going to flourish. It's going to be wonderful. You're also being given a heads up. Do not cut your nose off to spite your face. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
All right. So the next one is going to be from Karen. It was there. Where'd it go? Here we go. Hi, Christy. Any messages from Spirit for me?
Hi, Karen. The one thing I feel with you is I feel you're blocked. I feel like you have up a wall. And if you want things to change and if you want things to get better and you want to be able to move forward, you have to start taking that wall down. I see it coming down brick by brick. I don't feel like you have to knock it down. You don't have to demolish it, but you do have to start taking it down. Your spirit guides keep telling me to tell you to dismantle it. Specifically, I'm being told to tell you that. Dismantle your wall. Once you do, what I see is every time you take a brick out of the wall, a ray of sun comes popping through, and that's what terrifies you. But you can't be afraid of that. Don't get ahead of yourself. I feel like part of you starts to get overwhelmed and you start overthinking things. Well, that's great. Things are going to be good, but how do I maintain that? What if I lose it? Don't think about anything else but being in the moment. You're going to get stronger all on your own the more steps you take. Okay. So that is the key to unlocking a whole lot of happiness for you this year. Personal happiness. You're going to find joy and a silver lining in things that you never did before, never thought you could before. Okay, so it's going to be really important for your overall future. This is the year to start doing that. Okay, so thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, I see folks are still tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to whatever format you're on, including our YouTube. If you're watching from Cutting Edge TV, please go over to our YouTube channel and throw some questions in from there if you have anything for Christy. Again, please ask the question once. And the next one, I get my cursor to go where it's supposed to. There was a question of Pam Sawillis asked. Pam still joins us on some outings. And
Pam?
Pam
and her Pam Pams?
Yeah.
She's going to be like, what the hell? Hi, Pam. Where'd she go?
No, not our. Somebody was asking about Pam. It was.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you guys, please say some prayers for Pam because her grandfather's in the hospital and he's not doing well at all. And I believe he does have COVID and he's in very bad shape. So if you could send some prayers out to Pam and her family, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, the next one's going to be from Sherry. That was weird. Another one of those ones that just kind of disappears. There was the Pam question. So, and the next one
Hi, Patricia. No, Pam was not able to do the show with us. Back when we started this one, we did want her to do it with us and continue on. She wanted to. Unfortunately, with school schedules and hockey schedules and work schedules, it just didn't work. Maybe someday when we can, she can, when schedules calm down for her, that would be nice to have her back on with us for sure. Or maybe she'll make a guest appearance one day. You never know.
She jumps out with investigations with us too once in a while. The next one's from Denise. Does Denise. Mark, my brother-in-law, have any messages for my husband?
I saw a motorcycle. When I see a motorcycle, normally symbolically, that's Spirit's way of describing their personality to me. I think in a way he's using that to describe his personality, but honestly, I feel like he's talking about an actual motorcycle because then I heard sell it. He's actually showing me that I don't feel like there's an actual motorcycle for you to sell. I feel like he's making a comparison. Like he had a motorcycle and he was very attached to it, or maybe didn't want to have to sell it, or had to do something with it he didn't want to have to do. And I feel like whatever circumstance you're in or your husband's in right now, he's comparing it to that. And he wants him to do what he had to do when he was in that situation. That's what's going to be best, if that makes sense. I don't know why he's making me go around the long way with this, but I feel like he had lung cancer, COPD, pneumonia, something more serious with his lungs because I have an ache in my back. And then I'm saying your husband, and he says the same. So I feel like maybe your husband, not saying your husband's like deathly ill, not saying that, but what I'm saying is I feel like, again, he's trying to compare to say maybe your husband needs to take care of himself or pay attention to some symptoms he's having, so that it doesn't become something that's not okay. Somebody must be disputing or arguing with their thoughts or their feelings, or not agreeing with what he just said, because he just stepped forward and said, just do it. It'll be okay. Just do it. Like, stop arguing with me and just do it already. You asked, I gave you the answer. Now listen and do what I'm telling you to do. So, on that note, thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, the next one is from Jennifer. I feel like my brother who passed away has been hanging around. Does he have anything to
Hey,
say?
Jennifer. Ooh, well, I can tell you I'm getting an ache and a pain like at the base of my neck, skull and top of my neck. I feel like your brother had that issue. And you guys too, just another quick note. If you can give me the name of the person that you're trying to connect with, that will help. I can get a little busy over here on the left side for me. So helps me to focus in on who you want me to ask to step forward if they're around. So I'm seeing a baby crib in a bedroom, and then the wall that goes up and down, the side that goes up and down. Thank you. I see somebody rocking and shaking it, and I feel like it's broken or it doesn't work. And then he says, fix it. And then the baby's father, I hear him say, stay away. Your brother's definitely not a man of many words. It's like straight to the point, and then that's it. He's telling me his death was an accident. I'm hearing him say bath, something about a bath. He says, you'll be all right. Stop hanging on to dead wood. Okay, so thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, and folks that are just tuning in, please if you just ask your question once. We're coming to you from multiple different locations, from Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Cutting Edge TV. So we're trying to catch everybody's questions as we can. There's a lot of nice hellos here, folks, and trying to answer the questions. Maybe we go back just before the questions, and I'll get all the hellos in. So the next one is from Ivana. Hi, Christy and Mike. I've started dreaming about my granddad lately. He passed in 2011 and have never really dreamt about him before. Is there any specific reason for this happening now? Tuning in from the Netherlands. Thank you for joining us from overseas.
Wow. Hi, Ivana. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's pretty cool when somebody who's passed away comes to you in a dream. It's not a dream. It's not your subconscious. It's not your mind doing what it does when we're in that sleep state. It's actually a visit from that person. I'm also being told that your dreams are quite vivid and that you need to start paying attention. And a lot of times this is not unusual. And what's happening for you happens for a lot of people. When you're not paying attention to the signs that are around you that your loved ones are giving you, eventually they have to connect with you in a more direct way. And when we're in that sleep state, it is very easy for them to come in and connect with us. Actually, since my dad has passed, I have dreamt about him multiple times. And that is probably because I'm still mourning and hurt. And that can sometimes keep them out, even though it's not intentional or wrong with what we're going through as human beings. So it's easy for him to connect with me that way right now. And in your case, it is it is the only way. Like, I feel like your grandfather's going, pay attention, pay attention. Something I'm seeing, like a steamboat, like an old style steamboat on the water. He's saying big things are coming. You need to pay attention. And I feel like you're partly afraid because your intuition's already giving you a heads up on that. You're already picking up on things that are coming, but you don't have an explanation. Therefore, you're not reconciling it. And so you're kind of shying away, probably without realizing you're doing it. But you got to run into the fire on this one. You have to, or nothing's going to happen. You have to run into the fire and you have to have faith. And his coming to you is also his way of letting you know you're not alone and that he is with you. And you have others with you too. You have a grandmother there. You have an aunt and an uncle there who are keeping very close eye on you. And they're saying, remember tradition. Remember tradition. Okay. So thank you very much for your question. I wish you the best of luck with everything.
Okay, we had a couple little follow-ups here. Jennifer said, thank you. Denise came back with, my husband said, well, she got that right. So it was funny that you said the thing about arguing about what you said. And
see, they know.
Mark had lung cancer, so you're on with that. And then Lori following up, thank you. The cutting the nose off spite my face. My brother, whom we've had nothing to do with, is not doing very well. I stay out of it, just standing back, looking forward to a new year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Positive thoughts. So our next one, and now I got the cursor back where it belongs here. Keeps running away from me. And then thank you from Ivana there. So thank you for listening for overseas.
Yes.
And the next one is at 8:10. That's really weird.
You've said that a lot tonight.
Tonight was strange getting ready for things.
Yeah, it was. It was different.
So from Shireen, she was wondering if you have anything for her from her mom or dad.
Hi, Shireen. Oh my God. I'm hearing, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I feel like this has to do with work, a new job, a change, a move, your career, something. Mom is stepping forward. She doesn't want to hear that you don't want to hear it. You already know what to do. Clean out your shoes is what she's saying to you. Clean out your shoes. And then I see your closet. I see you wicked faces at me over there, Michael. Mute.
It's the new earphones. I can hear more than I could before.
Great. Yeah, and I just see your closet. Clean, but she's specific. Clean out your shoes. And then I see your closet. And I'm waiting for more, and she finally looks at me and says, she'll know what I mean. She'll know what I mean. Yeah. So, all right. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
The next one,
I would love validation on that one because I just have no idea.
The next one's from Chelsea. Wondering if there was anything for me tonight.
Hi, Chelsea. I love the new hair color, girlie. It's nice on you. Um, okay, again from mom. No, I'm being corrected. Mother figure is what I'm being told to say to you. I only heard one word. Weed. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean. But again, she's just like, just tell her what I'm telling you to tell her. And like, this is going to make her look bad, right? Because everyone jumps to the conclusion of whatever. And she's like, she'll know. Weed. I'm seeing, oh, now she's going to elaborate. You must be questioning her. I see a boyfriend, a man, a significant other in your life. Could even be just a very close friend that you might have feelings for, or vice versa. She says, stay away. Stay away. Focus on work. Focus on your career. That's where it's going to be this year for you. Yep. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Let's see. There's another one. The next one's going to be from Grace. And folks, I'm kind of answering these as they're coming in. Remember, they're coming in from different locations, so you may not see your question come up in the columns. So this next one's from Grace. There's also, Christy, a comment at the bottom you may want to take a look at. Doesn't need to go up on there. But Cheerios.
What? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Yeah, you can open Cheerios. I can't even.
So Grace is
a couple weeks. I'm so done.
For those listening in late, instead of waiting until the show was over, family's asking if they can open cereal boxes.
That's the boyfriend, my other son. Yeah. Who is so comfortable he says.
All right, let's get back up to
my kitchen now and say, since when are we out of this? Since when are we out of that? And I'm like, what is this crap you're talking about? You have a house and your mom lives there.
All right. So Grace was wondering if she had any messages for her.
Moving along. Okay. Hi, Grace. That was good. That was a new one.
Oh.
Okay. Never a dull moment in my house ever.
Now Ryan has some foulers in the chat. That's
awesome. He's lucky we love him.
Yeah. All right. Grace's question. Let's get to Grace's question.
So, Grace, I'm seeing a dancer. And I am seeing, like, I think of Grace Kelly. I think of Frank Sinatra. I think of Bing Crosby. I think of all those classic, wonderful performers from back in the day. Then I see like a library. And I feel like this has to do with your career or your job or work. I feel like you need to go there. I feel like you need to Your guides are saying pursue it. Pursue it. I'm hearing you've worked hard for this. Go get it. And now I'm hearing sister. So when somebody in spirit says something like that to me, they're not usually telling me who they are. That's their way of letting me know who that's still alive or present that they want to talk about, or that they're talking about that's still alive. So I feel like you have a sister. I'll be honest with you, I'm all over the place. I can't keep a straight thought. I'm having a really hard time remembering or thinking of things. And I feel like this is indicative of whoever's past that's trying to come forward for you. So somebody who would have had issues, maybe they had dementia, maybe they had Alzheimer's, something like that. Oh, so this is your sister. So, okay, so I'm going to say this. Thank you for the validation. Wow, I can't even speak properly right now. Then I feel like this is her that I'm picking up on, that she was struggling with all these things. And the fact that she's going against the grain, which means she's not giving me the norm or doing things in the way that I have worked out with them. She did things her own way. She's clearly showing that by doing things the opposite of what I'm used to. She says, I'm okay. You need to let it go. That's what she said. I'm okay. You need to let it go. I feel like a wall or a block. I feel like it's almost as if you're not ready to hear everything, or this is not the right venue for this. Or she's not comfortable with the venue or the situation, but you need to let it go. She says holding on to this is only going to hold you back. I don't want to see you go through that, she says. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything. And thank you for that little bit of validation. That kind of helped her to open up a little bit more too.
Okay. That was thank you from Shireen. All right. Let's see. Go back up here. Crazy. Next one is from Lindsay. Do my spirit guides have any advice for me to show up fully in my business life in 2021? Thank you for any guidance.
Hello, Miss Lindsay. I am honored that you are asking me this question. Girl, you're doing everything right. You've come home. At this point, all they're telling you to do is follow your gut. I feel like there is something online you want to try to start doing. You're not quite sure if it's worth it. I don't even know that you gave it a whole lot of thought yet. But they're saying go for it. You're apprehensive as well. Probably because of the nature of what you want to do, but do it anyways. It's not going to exactly be as successful as you would like it to be or hope for it to be, but it's not about that. Yeah, it's not about that. And that's okay. It's not going to be a flop either, but it's not supposed to be this big, major, awesome, wonderful thing that takes off. But it's about going through the process, which you're already very aware of how important that is. So go for it and do it for sure. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck, but I know you're going to do great. You're going to have a great year. You're going to have a good year. Things are going to work out well for you. So, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. The next one was from Peggy. Hi, Christy and Mike. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. Could I possibly hear from any of my loved ones?
Hi, Peggy. So I have a female who stepped forward, and then I see a male standing a ways behind her, and they seem to I feel like they're together, but they want me to acknowledge the separation of the rural farming environment scenario they're also showing me. The gentleman has on like overalls. And he looks like he worked on a farm or outside or with his hands, things like that. Um, I feel like she wants me to know that even though she lived that life or tried to live that life, it just was never who she really totally was. And now I hear she's got her head down. She's like, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. But it's half good natured when she says that too, because I don't feel like there was anything necessarily not okay with them. They were different, but they were good together. The woman says to you, and I do feel like this is more of a grandmother for you. The woman says to you, "You know what the right thing is to do." And then I see a church. I'm inside a church. I'm getting a K. Kathy. I do feel like what they're talking about or what she's bringing up does have to do with a situation involving your church or involving whatever you're involved in with your church, whatever group or the church itself. But pray on this because it's going to actually become much of bigger of a thing for you. It's going to actually open you up and it's going to take you in a direction you least expect. But you have to remember you have to rely on your faith for that and go to your higher power. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, just quick comment from my end. Again, folks, just ask your question once. You may not see your answer pop or your question pop up where we are at, or see some of the others, I guess is the best way to put it, because we're coming to you from a couple different locations. We're coming to you from Facebook and YouTube, as well as Periscope. So you may not see some of these questions and 5 different Facebook sites. So when it has a little Facebook thing in there, it might be coming from one of multiples. And just a follow up for Kathy, or for Peggy. Kathy is my daughter-in-law who passed away in July. So there's some follow up on that one.
So know that she's here. She gave
Yeah.
me her name.
This next one's from Michael. I was wondering if anything from my sister or my dad from the afterlife. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Michael. So I'm feeling something underneath my rib cage here. It's tight. It's almost like I broke a rib or I got crushed in the abdomen somehow. almost like maybe a collapsed lung, too, or possibly. As far as your sister goes, I see very blonde hair. And I'm hearing accident. Accident. Yes, it was. Yes, it was an accident. Yes. I feel like she's arguing with you right now. um, your father seems to be a bigger man. And he's angry. And he says, "What do you want from me? What do you want? What do you want from me?" They are both in the light. Your father is saying hounding and hounding and hounding and hounding. I feel like he was kind of driven and pushed up against a wall about something. Just let it alone, he says. Let it alone. I feel like he's talking about your mother or his wife. Your sister says she misses you. I see that she was in the hospital. I can hear the equipment beeping. I don't think she was there very long. I do feel like it was kind of quick. Like, let's try a few things and we'll hope for the best. But I feel like she was too far gone. She's bringing up a son. I feel like she left behind a son. More of a, still like a child, though. Brandon? I want to say Brandon, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Names are not always something that come through very clearly. That's what I'm willing to commit to, but it did sound like she said Brandon, I think. They're telling you that things are going to be okay for you this year, and financially things are going to start to not only improve but flourish. You're going to do very well this year. I feel like there's going to be a lot of answers to your prayers, and there's going to be a means to an end in a couple of situations, 2 specific scenarios for you. And then there's also, I mean, in general, you're not going to be filthy stinking rich, but you're going to do quite well and be able to let go of some stress and worry from this previous year. So you have a lot of happy going for you and coming your way. And they want you to know that. Okay. So thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you for that question. No, we're at the top of the hour here. Let me play a quick commercial. If you got to run to the fridge, folks. Yeah, blow your nose. Yeah, that would be the time to do it. So, quick commercial here from some of our friends over at Cutting Edge TV.
Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
Welcome to the Creepy Parlor, where we delve into the dark side with an undercurrent of light-hearted fun. Our discussions will explore gothic, macabre, or creepy topics. The first Tuesday of every month, we will host a haunted happy hour where you can join us for a group conversation that focuses on ghosts, weird events, urban legends, and more. Here at the Creepy Parlor, our subject matter may be spooky, but our spirits are high. You can catch the Creepy Parlor every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on WLFE DB Radio.
Flashlight, recorder, and comfortable shoes. This book was written for the investigator in you. Now, if you're just starting out in the paranormal, this book will help you with all the basics. It may even give you a few little tidbits to further your investigations. The second book, which is Think Outside the Paranormal Box, basically gives you some old school techniques and ideas from the author. And the author is me. My name is Ted Vansa, and I've written these books. They're available Amazon, Goodreads, Walmart, so I hope you'll check them out.
Across the Pond Show, where friends near and far gather to discuss everything under the sun and answer all of your burning questions. Now, get ready for diversity and delightful conversations. Join us every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time.
Okay, and we are back. And hey, my mute's off for once. There's a new location. Let's see here. That popped in there. Let's grab a. Here's a question. One night while I was sleeping, I heard someone call my name. I woke up. It was so real to me. I believe it was my wife. Can you confirm this? This is from Robert.
Hi, Robert. Sorry for your loss. You're really struggling right now. And you loved the sound of her voice. You liked the way she actually said your name. And I feel like she actually had a nickname or a cutesy name for you too. But I feel like she actually used your name because she knew you'd hear it. It would grab your attention. She's almost like if she had called you what she normally would have called you, you would have thought you were crazy because you would have thought it was just in your head. She first brings my attention to a nightgown or a nightdress that she would wear, and I feel like it was flowing and kind of wispy. She's talking to me about her. I'm going to say this too. So the way she's communicating with me tells me a lot about how she died or what was going on at the time of her passing. And I feel like she was not able to really communicate effectively and or at all, whether it was 2 minutes before she died or 6 months before she died. She could have even been unconscious or have very heavily medicated, something like that, or just struggled with communication in some way, understanding or being able to verbalize things or express herself. She's saying to me that her passing quick and quiet. And I see her in more of a home setting too. I feel like she wanted to pass at home. She hated hospitals. I also see her at the foot of your bed. So if I'm in your bedroom, creepy as it sounds, I feel like you have a lighter or a white colored comforter or bedspread. And if I'm standing here, I feel like the bed's in front of me. I feel like your bed's against the wall to my right. I feel like if I'm at the foot of your bed, you sleep on the left. I see the right side is empty. And if I continue to look across the bed, I feel like your door is straight across from me, but more to the left on that wall. I also feel like there's a window maybe to my left or behind me somewhere. She says you're doing a good job keeping up on the house. I feel like she would have critiqued that. She says, I know it's a lot for you. And she doesn't necessarily mean upkeep of the home. She means the memories in it. And she says, I totally understand if you need to do what you need to do or want to make a change. Not yet, but in time, she says. Yeah. She says, you'll be all right, and I give you my blessing. But yes, that was her. And the other thing I see is you're laying in bed, and she's like tugging at your pant leg more on your shin to wake you up as well as say your name. And it changes from seeing her do that as you're laying in the bed to your leg. You're wearing darker colored jeans and brown shoes. So whatever that means for you as well. Okay. So thank you very much for your question. It's really special when they visit us in that way. So I'm glad that you got to experience that. So best of luck with everything, honey, in the future.
And thanks to the folks that are tuning in. Again, we're getting everybody's questions we can. There was a thank you from Michael for that last question. Next one is, and we lost a few that usual bounce through. The next one is from Jolene. Anything for her?
Hi, Jolene. Your guides are saying it's time to stop living in the past. I feel like you have a sister, and I feel like this goes for her more so. If not for her as well, more so for her. They said, how do you expect to move forward otherwise if you don't let go of the past and you don't stop living in the past? It's okay to have the memories. It's okay to feel nostalgic. It's okay to reminisce. It is not okay to be stuck in that place. You still have to grow and you still have to move on. I feel like you have a daughter. I'm picking up on a daughter. Remember, excuse me, remember, you have to set an example for her. I'm seeing your house and I'm hearing fix it. Seems to be a theme tonight. Ah, it's metaphor. Fix the structure before it crumbles. Yep. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay. This one's coming in from YouTube, from Scott. I'm a friend of, we'll leave that out right now, from Sheasley's. Can you tell me anything about my grandpa Mills? I have no clue if he is passed or still here.
Hi, Scott. Whew, you just took my breath away. So I have a okay. All right. So I don't think this is an easy explanation answer. Oh, you think I'm gonna misbehave? Is that why you're he's like, oh, she looks like she's gonna start.
About every 15 minutes, I have to throw out the explicit language one just as a backup. I might say something because the message has been pretty good till now, but now they're doing the little loop and spin.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they are. So I think there's a lot more to this, Scott, than most people would realize. I think you understand that at this point, and I don't think I think you know more than most. I feel like this is a situation where there probably are family secrets and there's been some digging going on. As far as the past history with people in the family. And so I had a man step forward, and he feels more like a father figure to you, though. He looks to be, I feel like he looks younger than he is, although he wasn't all that old when he passed. So he looks to be around 50, early 50s or so. He probably is more maybe early to mid 60s, man, probably closer to 60, early 60s. In pretty decent shape. And he said, leave the past alone and stop digging around. And he's kind of keeping his distance. I can catch a glimpse of him. He's dressed neatly. He looks to be in decent shape for the most part, a little belly, but I mean, for the most, average build, maybe a little more muscle. I'm going to put him around 5'10" or so from what I can see. He has like a nice pair of jeans, belt, shirt tucked into the jeans, looks like a nice pair of work boots. Kind of reminds me of like a contractor type when they dressed up a little bit nicer, like something like that. I asked him what his name was, and he said Scott. I don't think we're going to get this answer today. I don't think this is an answer about your grandfather that's meant to come out now or yet. Your spirit guides are saying there are other people listening that aren't ready for those answers. And they want you to be sure that you're going to be ready for some of the answers that you're going to receive, because it's not that simple. Yeah. Okay. And they're making a reference with a situation that I know of personally, and it's very complicated, and they're right. This is not the kind of venue to get those answers. So, yeah. So I apologize that it's not more conclusive for you, but I thank you for your question and I wish you the best of luck. All right.
And there I go, falling out of my chair here.
Okay.
Yeah, not the most comfortable chairs in the world. But that's how I decided to change the.
Well, you have a birthday coming up. Just tell your wife you want.
No, I've been fighting to keep this chair table set forever.
Well done. Hey, you want to
Yes,
suffer? Then suffer.
I'm going to suffer. So, 'cause I like the
Sure
chair
you
table
will.
set. So, from Christy, can you help out a skeptic here? And she followed it up with if you have any messages for her. Trying to find the message here again, folks. Facebook did its usual thing and bounce things around on me, so I'm going to try to get to everybody. So,
Hi, Christy. I love when people say stuff like that to me. So you're not really a skeptic. You're not really as skeptical as you want to really come off or come across, and that's okay. I feel like I'm in an apartment or a smaller house, but it feels like an apartment type setting, and I'm seeing like a coat closet, and it's a little bit older style from what I can tell from my surroundings, and it's dated, we'll say. I see this coat closet with this dark wooden door, and I feel like your grandmother and a mother figure is there. Your spirit guides are calling you out, and they're saying that you like to call yourself a skeptic because you're very aware that you're gifted, and it scares you to death. And it's okay, because I do feel like you had some experiences when you were younger as a child that probably would have scared the bejesus out of me too. Very difficult to reconcile, because there really was no explanation for these. I'm hearing sister. I feel like you have a sister. Another theme tonight. I'm being told to tell you, and from what I'm seeing and being shown, this year is going to be much better financially for you. Start putting away for your retirement. You're going to be able to do that. Your money troubles are going to go away. You'll be able to pay your bills again. You'll be able to not stress as badly. You're going to start making more money at work. And things will be okay again. Better than they were before, too. They're saying it's coming. So just, it's coming. Your spirit guides said have faith, and then they snickered at you. There's a little boy here in spirit. He's small. He looks to be around 3 years old. give or take. I just keep hearing him say, I'm okay, I'm okay. He does feel like a son. I feel like that's how old he would have been now. 3, 4 years old. I don't feel like he ever made it full circle. Yep, that's it. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, next one is from Mary Kay, coming to us from YouTube. First, she said, "Hi, great for both of you." And if it's, she had two clicks here on the old YouTube. And then just wondering if she has any messages that she needs to hear. So from Mary Kay.
Hi, Mary Kay. So the first thing I saw was a hot air balloon. And it was like hovering. It was very slowly taking off. And then all of a sudden, somebody pulled that little thingy and let all this hot air. I'm not quite sure even how these things work, but it just went and it just started to soar. And you're being told to get out of your own way because that's exactly what's happening with you, especially at work with your career. Again, that apprehension, that fear of success because you don't want to lose it and you don't want to, you question, how will I maintain it? What if I can't keep it? What if it's, taken away from me, waiting for the other shoe to drop, whatever the case is, but that's not going to be the case. And if it is, you have to learn to rise to the occasion again and change, fix, or adapt. And you have to conquer that fear. And really, it's just a matter of not even thinking about it that way. That's the best thing I can tell you. Your spirit guides are really, they're kind of chuckling because they're like, you kind of done this your whole life. You wait. And then you realize you finally get enough, brave enough, or, you finally gear up and you do something. You're like, oh, why did I wait so long? And they're like, don't wait so long for this. You need to get a move on this. And they're reassuring you that it's going to be all right. Don't be afraid to show them what you're made of. You're very competent. You know what you're doing. You have a good head on your shoulders. Go out and show them what you can do. That's what they want you to do. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Okay, the next one is from Ranger Rob, Country Living. How will our homestead do in 2021?
Hi, Ranger Rob. I like that name. It's pretty nifty, as my father would say. There are big things coming your way. Don't be afraid to roll with the punches and go with the changes. I feel like you're going to lose somebody either in the office or with the partnership, or because I feel like this person's going to be is usually a key player or part of the team. Personally, you're going to hate to lose them. Professionally and from a business standpoint, it's going to be okay. It's going to be the right thing. So go with it. Learn to redo the books is what your spirit guides are saying. Learn to redo the books. I feel like there is a new way to do things, a better, more efficient way. And it's going to make your life a lot easier, or whoever has to do this, their life a lot easier. It's going to catch some mistakes, some overages. Also, not too sure about the one girl in the office. I feel like she's getting kind of wishy-washy. I don't really necessarily feel like this is a good fit for her anymore. I feel like you're starting to pick up on that, or somebody is starting to pick up on that. Trust your gut. I feel like she makes a lot of mistakes. I think that there's a lot going on in her personal life, and I think that it's time for her to move on, which is because I feel like this is kind of, in a way, uncharacteristic of her. And sometimes when we need to make a change, we're afraid to make. The universe and God and your higher power and your guides, they all kind of step in and they start shaking things up to say, hey, pay attention. You need to make this move. And if you're not going to make it yourself, we're going to kind of make it happen because it has to happen. We absolutely have free will, but sometimes we need that nudge and they step in and help us. So I feel like that's what's going on for her. But otherwise I see good things coming for your business. And actually it'll be about 2 years. This year will be okay, but you'll really see the fruits of your labor and the payback from the things you're going to go through this year in the following year. So 2022. I can't even believe I just said that out loud, but yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So best of luck. Thank you so much for your question.
The year just keeps flying by.
Oh my God.
Keep going with things.
Absolutely.
Let's take this
crazy.
one from Maria. Maria, any messages for me?
Hello, Maria. How are you? Ooh, okay. So I'm getting a headache and I have a woman who's stepping right forward for you. She feels, I want to say she's like a grandmother to you, but she feels very motherly. So usually when they feel that way to me, they either were somebody that you spent a lot of time with. Maybe they helped raise you. Maybe she was a mother to you as well as your grandmother. But I am getting a headache. She's like, I'm here. It's okay. I'm here. I feel like you wanted to connect with her or were afraid maybe she wouldn't come, or maybe the whole experience itself and just the idea of connecting with her was surreal. And that's definitely understandable. I feel like you had say or concerns with how she was, how her services went, how she looked for her funeral, that kind of thing, because she says, my makeup was great. Everything was okay. Like, I feel like despite everything, don't worry. It was all good. Things were happy. It worked out. We're not going to worry about it. She wants to just reassure you. I don't feel like she's been gone all that long either. She doesn't feel like, maybe a few years at most. But she says to me, it seems like only yesterday. And I feel like that's how you feel. Mary. I got the name Mary. You used to be so busy and now you don't know what to do with yourself. She says, get creative. I saw you roller skating at one point too. Yeah. She said we had good times. You're reading a book. I'm seeing a book. I feel like it is a hardcover, almost like a canvas or a textured. First, it looks like a hunter green or a forest green, and then it looks like a navy blue. It keeps switching back and forth. But I see you sitting in a chair, like in a living room, feet crossed, legs crossed, and you're reading this book, and it's open like halfway. She keeps pointing at the book and says, I like this one. I like this one. So know that she's always around you as well. Things will be okay, she says. Okay, so thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything. She was just like, okay, I'm done. So
Time is flying by.
it always
tonight.
does, doesn't it?
We're an hour and a half in, trying to keep up with everybody. There's the next one's going to be from Margaret. Hi, Mike and Christy. Wondering if do my guys have some pointers for me tonight? Thank you. And Margaret.
Hi, Margaret. They actually said spend the money. It's time to invest. I know, I feel like you're probably going to be shocked that they're going to tell you to do this. Almost exasperated, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But they're saying it's time to invest. And I know you can't see right now what will come of it. It's one of those unlikely situations. I mean, you can kind of see it, but you're like, oh, yeah. And they're saying you need to invest. You need to plant the seed now. Yeah. If you don't plant it, it can't grow. I feel like it may be even something that you've been putting off. And if you can think back now, even 1 or 2 years, which is kind of like what I feel like how long you've been pondering, whatever this is, you know, they're saying, look at what you would have had now or what it would have turned into now, you know? So hurry up and get this done, you know, believe in yourself, do this. So that's it. Thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything. I know, Michael, we may need to do a an extra show just to celebrate New Year's at some point.
Yeah, we could probably do that. I'm working New Year's, but we probably can get something over the weekend.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't have to be on New Year's, but you know.
Yeah. I know the 4th is out. I got to doing another podcast with some other folks, and you're doing that same podcast a couple weeks later. So we've been making the rounds. We've been making the rounds lately, you know.
I'm doing what?
Yeah. That's what you keep telling me. So this is from Sharon, who, quote unquote, spirit is walking around my house.
Hi, Sharon. I see an elderly woman, a bit on the shorter side, in a light colored or a white nightgown, house coat type thing. And she has very white hair, shorter hair, longer, but it's longer on the side. It's not like the round short cut, but it's short. It's still up. And she likes to take her time and walk at her leisure. And I see, excuse me, that came out of nowhere. She runs her hand slowly over, as she's walking. If there's a piece of furniture or a tabletop, she just kind of lingers, slowly lets her hand just glide over. It's almost like she's taking it all in. The funny thing is she feels very familiar, but at the same time, I don't feel much of a personal connection to her at all. Normally, they're very clear about they came with the house, or they're attached to the house, or the land, or something you have in the house, or their family. And I'm not really getting that. She's just there. And maybe she's having me describe it to you, which is what they do, so that you know who she is. I keep hearing miss her, miss her, miss her. And the more I'm talking about her, the more I feel like she probably did live there at one time. I want to say live with you. She also loves Christmas time, and I feel like your house is emptier than it normally is. Maybe empty nest. Maybe you're empty nesters now, or people have gone away for a while, or with COVID, it's not as busy as it normally is. People coming and going, that kind of thing. And she understands that feeling, and I feel like she's actually there to offer more comfort than anything to you, to let you know in her own way that you're not alone. Yeah, I also feel there's a big disconnect in the household as well. And she's actually there just for support. Well, you could have a man too, but I'm picking up on a woman. So actually, now that I'm reading that, I'm being told the man's in the basement. There's some sort of workshop or tool bench or something, or there used to be anyway, maybe when you bought the house. But the woman's the one who's really being brought to my attention. She came up just like that as soon as I read your question. So, do you see what you guys see what he just did? He's like, he doesn't even bother to unmute his mic and just say, "Hey, check the messages."
Nope, it's just easier.
So thank you for your question.
I'm afraid to unmute.
Whatever. Best of luck with everything, honey. Thank you for your question. What? Huh? What?
All right.
That's two.
So Sharon says, probably her mom, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Margaret came back that you're right about holding on to this book for the last couple of years. I was worried how it would be received. And
Awesome.
then there was another thank you from Barry K. And Christy, you're right. Not as big a skeptic as I try to convince myself. I know I already had my turn, but I think you said Dave at the beginning, which I understand. You fall right away with grandmother and mother, which I also understand. The 3-year-old understand of the job, but is there any specific from Dave, grandmother or mother for me if I'm allowed a second question? So she at least followed up on those first setups on there. We can have her sneak in next time that we do a reading show, so we try to get some other folks here.
Yeah, or if you want, it sounds like it's going to be more involved. You can always call me and we can schedule something too. Yeah, and sometimes things are in the future. It's hard for me to get into everything like I would if you were one-on-one with me, you guys, because obviously there's only so much time. So, if you're not sure about something, or if there's one particular thing, especially that's really bugging you, the 3-year-olds I don't want to get into online. The job is definitely in the future. So there are things that are up and coming that aren't going to make sense to you right now. We kind of, like I say, we put a pin in it and we let life happen. It's up and coming. So, yeah.
Okay. This is from Sarah. Do you see any changes for me?
Hi, Sarah. No, this is going to be a stagnant year for you. That's not a bad thing. Don't dwell on it. No change is actually going to be good. This year is going to be about you holding steady in a holding pattern so that everything else around you that needs to change, catch up, and or go away will have time to do that. So it's not a bad thing. It's necessary. So don't be afraid of it. Don't feel disappointed. Just live in the moment and be grateful for where you're at. Because I am being told it will all pay out in the end. And then your guides want me to tell you by 2023, everything you're going through right now. And I feel like there are a couple of specific situations for you. I feel like there's maybe one legal situation, or at this point, potentially legal situation. It's all going to be done and things are really going to take a turn in a positive direction for you. I feel like you're kind of like you always want to go or have answers so that you can feel better and feel more confident. And I understand that, but that's why they're reassuring you it's okay. Just trust them and just do what they're telling you to do, because this is going to give you the best outcome. Okay. But you're going to be all right and things are going to be good. So just be grateful, because some people, it's not going to be a great year, or things are not going to change and they really needed to. So you're going to be good. Okay. So I thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything.
That's 3. Okay. I think I'm going to find another foundation to turn around to donate every time I go ahead.
It's a great idea.
I think that is a good idea. So I'm going to figure out what benefit I'm going to go with. Because
I like that idea.
I do that one too many times. I can put the little jar right here next to Bigfoot, and we'll figure where we go here. So we'll take 2 more here. Just randomly grab them here. Wow, this thing's going back to the beginning. Really weird. I'm telling you, it's got to be the full moon tonight where things are coming from.
There's the full moon, huh?
Yeah.
I saw Moosey on here earlier giving us a heads up on that.
Well, I just saw that one thing there. So this is from Sherry. I'd love to know if my intuition on a personal matter has been accurate, and if any messages from Spirit, but only if you have extra time. Well, universe kind of picked that question, so we'll go there.
Hello, Sherry. At first I heard At first I heard yes. Then I heard no. Because I feel like you started to doubt yourself or second guess or not agree with your intuition. So basically you let your head get in the way. And instead of just going with the flow and trusting the process and trusting what you know to be right, even without explanation, I feel like you did something else or you changed it. It's not too late. You can still do what you know you need to do and handle this however you need to handle it, the way you know you should inside. Um, you're gonna get your spirit guides are telling me you're gonna get 3 signs. You're gonna get 3 signs that are gonna correspond to each other, and they're gonna kind of pop out at you, jump out at you. It's also gonna be a test of your faith because going forward, you're gonna be expected to recognize these signs more because your spirit guides are really trying to work with you. Um, Yeah, you're getting some hardcore guidance right now on this situation, because it's very important that things work out the way they're supposed to, not the way we think they should. So really follow your gut. And these signs are going to be shown to you when you least expect it, like walking out of the grocery store. Something's going to smack you in the face and it's going to be undeniable, or someone's going to say something to you and it's going to stop you in your tracks. It's going to be 3. Okay. And then that's how you're going to get your validation on this for sure. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck.
Okay. You said we're going to take one more here and let's see what happens when it lands. So, except it keeps landing on people it's already landed on. So that's kind of really interesting.
Well.
So, for Marcy, I have been dreaming a lot. I have been having a lot of dreams about the deceased loved one. Does anyone have anything to say to me?
Hi, Marcy. How are you? Well, yeah, they're coming to you for a reason. They're visiting you, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, you're lonely lately. You're feeling left out. You're feeling disconnected. They're trying to show you love and support. And I feel like Christmas time is difficult for you, but this year was exceptionally difficult for you. And they're trying to rally around you to let you know that they're there. Keep your eye on your son. I feel like he's acting out in little ways because he's trying to get your attention without realizing that's what he's doing. And that doesn't say anything to your parenting or not. It's just, it is what it is. He'll be okay, but pay attention. I don't care if you just walk by him in the kitchen, passing through. If your gut says if something doesn't feel right about him, talk to him, ask him about it. And tell him to slow down when he drives. Okay. But they're also telling me to tell you, going back to the whole Christmas holiday thing, things will get better next year. But what they need you to remember is that Christmas is all about what you feel in your heart. And you really used to live that to the fullest. And you do still believe it. It was just exceptionally hard. I feel like these last 2 years for some reason. So, when you get back to that place, Christmas will take on that meaning that and you love so much. And it will feel like home again. Okay. So best of luck with everything, honey. Thanks for your question.
Okay, we got about 8 minutes here before the end. We'll take
Ooh.
one last one from Facebook.
Okay.
This is from Josh.
Hi,
My
Josh.
sister-in-law just went through a difficult breakup. Any insight from Spirit? Thank you.
She's just got to work through this. I feel like right now she's wallowing and she's kind of hanging in this unbalanced state of emotion. And I feel like she's on the cusp of wanting to make a move to go do what she's got to do and to push. She just needs to get over this last little hump. She's going to be okay, though. She needed to go through this. She kind of brought it on herself. I keep hearing lesson learned. Like from the Polar Express, like when the kid finally gets it. This was actually a very good, healthy thing. It's going to help her to grow, and she's going to bloom from this. So just continue to give her love and support. Just continue to be there for her. It's very sweet of you to ask. I mean, your sister-in-law to ask about her in the first place. So continue just to be there for her. Do not do for her. I'm being told to tell you don't do for her, but support her. She will find her footing again, and she will be very grateful for it. You're going to help her to do everything she needs to do so she can be herself again, but be even more whole than when she started, which is going to be even more amazing. So yes. So thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck.
Okay. Let's see. We got 5 minutes. I would hate to start one and have half the message.
Yes, we have all these new guidelines we have to follow.
Yes. Good show. Like I said, if you're into Bigfoot, folks, I'll be on with the Reaps on Monday night. Then we'll be back on Tuesday night for our regular show.
Yes.
And Christy will be on a couple weeks later with them on. I can't remember the name of the show off the top of my head, but I'll have all the announcements up.
Bill and Chris Reap. They're awesome.
Yep.
They've been all over. They have a huge network of teams that they work with, or that work with them. And
Paranormal King Radio. I got to put the advertisement up. You just sent me the advertisement, and
yes.
Shucks.
So Michael will be on soon. I will be on a few weeks later, Monday night, 8:00.
Yes. I know it's here somewhere. There it is. It's going to be, the Paranormal Collaboration.
There you go.
It's Paranormal King Radio. I'll have that up in a little later tomorrow. Again, you can find us on all your wonderful favorite podcast channels. Let's see what we got here. We have a guest next week, or we have another reading show next week.
I have not done the calendar yet.
Okay.
With everything going on, I did not book ahead, and everything was on hold. So, if nothing else, we're doing a reading show next week. Hey, we are nothing if we are not flexible, right?
Right. So, I think this weekend we will try to get on and do a quick show. We check both our schedules. So please go over to YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification button. That way, when we go live, you will know we're live. So I've got most of
Yeah.
the weekend off, so we'll be able to catch up. So maybe we'll catch up with a quick interaction with folks with some stories and some more readings. So please
Yeah, you
go over
never
and do that. We have the giveaway. That's something I haven't done in a while, and that is our subscriber giveaway. And let me pull that slide back up here. So when we hit 500 subscribers on YouTube and Instagram, and I can look and see who those subscribers are to both locations, we will randomly pick a subscriber, and we'll be for 500 subscribers. We're going to be giving away a Bigfoot research kit. When we hit 750 subscribers, we're going to be giving a paranormal research kit away. And again, this poster is here on the YouTube as well as over on our Instagram. And then when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be randomly picking a subscriber, and we'll be giving away an X8 tactical fixed blade knife designed and made by myself. So we'll be giving those things out. So we're getting picked on about laughing there. Yeah, you saw that, didn't you? Yep. Turn that little thing on.
It was a very deep show tonight for me.
Yes, it definitely an dense show. So there are some of our other family shows. If you get a chance to go over to WLFE DB Radio on Facebook, please, and Cutting Edge TV, please check and support some of those other channels out, like Paratalk Radio with Psychic Signey and Ted Vanslin. And Ted's the one that did our great intros for us. So
I know there's a little banter going on in the
yes. So we appreciate everybody. So Christy, any other messages from you? No, it's been a busy week for all of us.
Yeah, it has. No, I just want to wish all of you a very happy and healthy and safe new year. And we will hopefully be on sometime soon around the new year to, even if nothing else, just to maybe check in for a little while, and to get my ticker up, shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And just really, touch base with everyone. It's been so long. So, and you never know. Sometimes they turn into reading shows, sometimes they don't. But no,
right.
We love all of you. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and, sticking by, us. It's been a rough year for both of us. So we really appreciate every single one of you and, do everything we can for you as well. So thank you for helping us to achieve all the things we have and to hopefully achieve more in the future here. So.
All right. On that note, be safe and sample on. So, okay. And run the credits.
Everyone, Happy New Year.